All right, so I'm back. This time I'm going to be talking about how to use your phone to capture your screen. So if you have the Google Slides app, wonderful. If you don't get it, it's great. And it lets you open your slides and make little you can edit your presentation on here. I feel like it's going to be a lot more work, but some people are good at things with their phones. You guys are young, you guys have small fingers, and I don't know, you grew up with these things. But yeah, you can make all sorts of adjustments and things like that. So if you don't want to make it, fancy, don't make it fancy, please. I'm not looking at that. I'm just looking for some pictures and something consistent, right? And something easy to see. All right. So yeah, if you we can go ahead and share this. I'm going to present this on my device. I don't have my Chromecast. I'm going to turn to the side and let's see how this works. All right, so here I am. But before we do this, if you have a smartphone, an iPhone, you're going to go ahead and click on this button. It's best to hold it down in the beginning. I'm not going to do. Wait. Ooh, I can use Loom. That's right. So you can start broadcasting. Make sure your microphone is on. Okay. This is the worst part. If your microphone is not on and you do this whole thing and you figure out, oh my gosh. Okay. So before you begin, just do like a 10-second recording just to make sure everything's working. You play it back and you're like, okay, cool. I think I got this. So we're going to go ahead and use Loom. The other thing I could just use is photos, which for my iPhone makes it go into my photos. Do I want to do that right now? I don't know. Okay, so let's press start recording. Not available when AirPlay restriction screen recording mode is on. We'll come back to that. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to pause and then I'll record. And then I'll splice this in using the magic of magic. All right. So this is Bob, and I am going to be talking about my presentation. Ready, begin. Hi, my name is Bob Wynn, and I'm currently an online lecturer at Grover University trying to figure out how emergency education works while trying to be an athlete, a computer nerd, and a curious collector of information and stories. I've lived in many places, and all the people and cultures that I've encountered have given me some strange and humorous insights into the way we live, love, and learn. Follow me on my journey as I travel around wherever the wind sweeps me next while talking about education, technology, and what makes people human. My hobbies are as long and varied as the experiences that I've had in this life so far. I'm passionate about the connections between broad topics in humanity and how everything at the end of the day leads to education. I love that my job has become my passion. I simply would call myself a collector of information and knickknacks. Includes capturing memories and photographs, finding new recipes for cooking different dishes, coffee as well, and hacking computers and other electronics to get the most out of them. That's a picture of my Raspberry Pi at the bottom right. All right. But the number one passion that has been by my side for 18 years is boxing. That's a long time. One on one, a fight that usually only is against yourself, and, waking up in the morning to get worn down in the ring again. So there's nothing like it for me. And it's me being able to use my hands in order to achieve a goal. Culture. What is culture? It's all the elements of a particular people that you can see on the surface and the elements you can't see down below. Here we have an image of a man sleeping on a scooter. Okay, and his slippers are on the floor. He looks. He doesn't. His head is resting on the back. There are other scooters around. There seems to be a lot of scooters actually. And why do you think he's doing that? So the analyzing part. Probably because he's tired. Probably because it's okay. He might be safe doing this. I don't know if I would feel safe doing this. That's my evaluation. Is you might look at him and think, oh yeah, this man is lazy, but no. This is just a common thing that happens in different cultures where siesta is a thing. So for me, I think going to other countries, seeing people sleep anywhere is one alarming because if I was sleeping on the streets, I might be attacked. But other places it's totally fine. So this is Vietnam, and the people here. This is actually in Ho Chi Minh City. And yes, I was born in Vietnam, and part of the culture that makes me who I am is my home culture in Vietnam. And here is my interview with Morgan. So, Morgan is a friend of mine who lives in Los Angeles. We sat down together in a park in Silver Lake, the Silver Lake neighborhood in Los Angeles, and we had a short interview. Actually, it's pretty long, 30 minutes. Hi, everybody. This is Bob, and welcome to today's episode of High Disclosure, the podcast about what happens when people share their stories. Today's guest is Morgan, who is a television writer living in Los Angeles. We sat at a park in Silver Lake to discuss what happens when you follow your dreams, about her travels to Turkey, and everything in between. So please listen to what she has to disclose. Let's press the old record button.
Okay.
Make sure we're working. All right. So, I'm Bob.
Hi, I'm Morgan.
Hi, Morgan. And that's it. So you can listen to this in its entirety if you want. It's 30 minutes long. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but if you were doing this presentation, you would just play your presentation right here, 10 minutes long or whatever. And hopefully you have enough recording time, which means that you made your Loom account using your EDU thing. All right, so I'm going to continue with the presentation. Boom, let's go. And then finally, yes, I'm going to give you some advice. So, yeah, Morgan talked a lot about finding her way to her dreams, kind of making things happen by shifting, right? So, changing where she lived in order to find her job, giving up a lot of things, sacrificing, and a long kind of 8 years of kind of following the dream, getting real lucky at the same time, meeting the right people, but knowing what she wanted to do at the end, I think was really important for her. So my advice for you is that the road that you take isn't always the straightest, and sometimes you don't know what's around the corner. But as long as you know where you want to be and why you want to be there, follow down that road. Stick through with the challenges, and you're gonna be okay. All right. Once you're done recording, you can find it in your photos or wherever your device stores the video. You're not going to be able to hear the sound on this one, but I'll send this actual video on Google, no, on Canvas, so you can see it. And I didn't do a good version of it. Don't worry. You'll figure out how to do your own good version. And thank you so much. That's a screen recording. You can do this on your iPhone using the built-in screen recorder. Check out that tutorial on how to do that. For Android, if you have an Android 10 device, then you should have that built in. Otherwise, download a third-party tool such as like AZ or AD screen capture or something like that. I can turn this to the side and it'll actually look like a presentation. So my head's talking over it. And you could do it like this if you wanted to. If anybody wants to get fancy and use like OBS and whatever other devices you can do, figure it out. So this is part of the class, is that you figure out how to do something and you figure out how to do it better than the way I teach it. That's when you're actually learning and mastering something. But yeah, this is all that I did. So yeah, advice. So my advice to you is to get started as soon as possible. And whoops, let's stop that. Don't want to look at Facebook. All right, thank you so much, and I'll splice in this video. All right, bye.